Hey broskies, what's up? It's Zona. So, do you like candy? Do you like cute girls? I know you do. I'm gonna mash those two things together like a pile of mashed potatoes. Because today, I'll be turning some of my favorite candies into cute girls. Also, after watching this video, be sure to let me know your favorite candies in the comments. Alright, so the first candy girl that I'm gonna be drawing is a chocolate covered gummy bear girl. Now, I won't really be super surprised if you broskies have never heard of these before because it's not often that I see these in stores anymore, but literally chocolate covered gummy bears are my favorite candy. They are so good and so underrated, honestly. I believe I discovered these when I was like 13 or 14. I would mainly see them at places like Dollar Tree or Walmart. I don't think I've seen them anywhere else, but the main brand for these is called Muddy Bears, which is really surprising to me considering Haribo is like the most well-known gummy bear brand. Yeah, they actually don't even have chocolate covered gummy bears. I feel like there's probably a lot of people out there who immediately scratch their head when they hear the term chocolate gummy bear, because I know that when I've told some of my friends that my favorite candy is chocolate gummy bears, they looked at me strangely. It's really one of those things where you shouldn't knock it till you try it. It sounds weird at first. It was even weird to me before I ate one, but the moment I ate one, I was like, okay, this is literally my favorite thing ever. And also, for those of you who love gummy bears as much as I do, be sure to let me know your favorite gummy bear flavor in the comments. From the regular flavors, mine personally is pineapple. Also, to me personally, the orange gummy bears and the yellow ones are just nasty. Let me know if any of you broskies feel the same. The greatest thing next to chocolate gummy bears is definitely sour gummy worms. They are magical, but chocolate gummy bears are still better. For this character, I imagine her personality as somewhat shy, but once you get to know her, she's actually very open and a supportive friend who will always be there to comfort others. She's also great at giving hugs, just like a teddy bear, and overall just a very positive person. This is a little random, but I also used to be someone who would talk to their stuffed animals randomly. That actually feels quite nice and comforting, so as a friend, I also think she would definitely be a good listener. Kind of wanted to give her a more soft and cuddly look since, you know, bears are usually associated with more cuddly things anyway, you know, like teddy bears. Well, in real life, a bear would probably maul you to death. So to represent that more, I gave her a more soft and round body shape. I normally always draw the same body type, so I wanted to do something different for once, so I made her look a little round and chubby, and I think it suits her so well, especially her character. The fact that she's based off of this cute, soft, and squishy bear, I think it only makes sense. I also want to start drawing more body types anyways, since that's not really something I do, and it was really fun. As for her hairstyle, I gave her this bob cut, and as you can see for her bangs that I gave her in the front, I tried to make those look round like an actual gummy. Since I wanted her hair to represent the gummy part, I also made it shiny and multicolored, like the different colors of the gummy bear, and I also put some chocolate melting on top of her head, which is also a reference to the Muddy Bears package. I added some bear barrettes to her hair, and when it comes to her outfit, I wanted it to look a little bit flashy, but also more on the relaxed and comfy side, so I gave her this simple white crop top that spells out the word bear in different colors, and I also gave her this cute little choker necklace that has a gummy bear attached to it. I think that was really, really cute. She's wearing these multicolored shorts with little tufts of fur coming out of them, and then on her legs, I gave her these really fluffy, colorful looking leg warmers. I know gummy bears don't have fur on them, but actual bears do, so I wanted to incorporate that into her design as well. And for once, I actually made the shoes look really cool because, as most of you broskies may know who consistently watch my content, most of the time, I just give them the most boring shoes ever and I don't really add much to them. But I gave her some really cool looking sneakers. I put melted chocolate on the top, and on the heel, there is this gummy bear on the back, and also a Velcro strap with a bear on it. Because I've seen like really cool pictures of shoes online where they have like these see-through platforms on the bottom that are filled with beads, or the heel is like a whole separate item. I don't know, it just looks really cool, and I wanted to include that in this as well. Since I thought it was a cool touch, I put a chocolate tattoo and a gummy bear tattoo on her arm. And lastly, as for her face, I gave her these big shiny eyes that are looking to the side, and it took a while to get there, but I wanted to put a melty effect in her eyes, I guess you could say. I wanted to make it look like there's melting chocolate in her eyes too. And on her cheeks, I gave her these freckles that are just drops of chocolate, which I think is so adorable, and she is finished. She's a little shy, she's looking to the side, she's a comfy, cuddly chocolate gummy bear girl, and I really, really love how this one turned out. Please name her in the comments. Alright, so next candy girl on this list is Starburst. Starburst is a pretty classic candy and it's loved by many people, including myself. And it's also actually one of the only candies out there where I don't mind the orange and yellow flavors. There's also a bunch of different variations of it like Starburst lollipops, Starburst minis, gum, all that great stuff. I think Starburst is a great candy and I honestly don't have any problems with it aside from the fact that half the time when I try to open one, the wrapper just gets stuck. Like the paper gets stuck to the Starburst and I can't take it off and I end up having to eat the paper because I literally just can't open it properly. Please tell me in the comments that I'm not the only one that has this issue. Also, as I'm recording this, apparently I just found out that Starburst also has a type of gummy, which I've never seen or heard of before. I'm gonna have to try those. Starburst actually started out in England and it used to be called Opal Fruits. That's an interesting title. I think I like Starburst better. By the way, let me know your favorite flavor of Starburst in the comments. I like the yellow and the pink ones the most. The main Starburst colors that everyone is familiar with is the pink one, the red, orange, and yellow. But there are actually other flavors of Starburst out there that just aren't really known as much, like the green apple one, there's a purple one, blueberry one, and probably more flavors, but I've never had those ones before. Though I did read that those type of flavors and different ones are more popular over in the UK, but over here in the US, those flavors aren't nearly as popular, so I'll just be focusing on the main colors. Another reason why I picked Starburst for this video is because I really like the color palette. It low-key reminds me of the Instagram icon, but it also really reminds me of the sunset and I think it looks really pretty. So I thought, hey, that would work great in a character design. Not only that, but a lot of candies out there are just straight up crazy rainbow colored and have literally every color in existence. And I didn't want all of the characters in this video to have the same color palette. So when I think about what kind of character she would be, I think the name really speaks for itself. I just think of this really energetic character who's really fun and cool to be around. She's a little crazy and she's just this burst of energy that lights up the room when she walks in. Almost like some kind of superstar, so that's kind of what I was going for with this character. So naturally, because of her character, I wanted her to look really flashy and all confident and stuff. For quite a while, I struggled a good amount figuring out this character design. I usually don't draw like super crazy looking designs. I stick to like cutesy stuff that doesn't look too out there, or the total opposite, which is a complete nightmare. But for her, I want her to look cutesy and crazy, so definitely the thing that I spent the most time on was figuring out her hairstyle. I sketched out so many different styles trying to figure it out. I don't want to take up too much time showing all the footage, so I'll just show a brief little speed paint of me trying to figure it out for you guys so you can see what I mean. It literally took me over an hour just to figure it out. But in the end, I did have a hairstyle that I was very happy with. She has these pigtails. They're really messy looking. They spike up at the top and then get very wavy and curly at the end. I also gave her these very short, straight across chopped bangs, as well as stars throughout her hair. I just wanted her hair to look crazy and kind of unorganized, but also still look very cool and stylish at the same time. And I think I achieved that pretty well. I think her hairstyle is really cute. She's wearing a cute pink crop top along with straps of Starburst candy, as well as a Starburst choker. And honestly, one of my absolute favorite parts about this character design is that I gave her these like puffed out bubble sleeves in the shape of stars, which is also transparent, kind of like the things that Sailor Moon has. I decided to give her some pants, which I don't do very often. I usually draw shorts or skirts, but I think it fits really well for this kind of like rock star outfit. They're the kind of pants that like flare out at the bottom. I think it looks really cool. The pants are half orange and half yellow, and there's also squares throughout the top of the pants that are supposed to represent the Starburst candy. And then she is just wearing these big platform boots. I also put some tattoos on her, like little Starburst squares and also stars, including on her face as well. I put stars in her eyes, which I think looks really cool. She's wearing some Starburst earrings as well as gloves. For her pose, I just wanted her to look confident and look like she's ready to party and full of energy. This whole design was a little difficult to figure out, but I really love how she turned out, and please give her a name in the comments. Alright, so last but not least on our list is York Peppermint Patties. It's a mint flavored patty that's coated in dark rich chocolate and it is so good. I haven't had one of these in quite a while, but I love them. I am very much a dark chocolate lover. I think dark chocolate is superior to milk chocolate and I will die on this hill, okay? I'm normally not a fan of mint flavored things, but this is one of the exceptions. Another mint candy I love is Junior Mints, and I definitely would have chosen those, but when it comes to character design, I definitely have more more to work with in this one because of the colors. And another thing, this is kind of funny. So back then, for a while, each patty had to pass the quote-unquote snap test, and if it didn't break clean down in the middle, apparently it wasn't packaged for sale. But I'm just wondering, how would they check that? Wouldn't they have to break literally every single patty to find out? Did they just always break their patties before selling them? I don't know, I'm a little confused on that. Regardless, I think that fact is pretty cool and funny. These were made in the 1940s, so I guess they just did stuff differently back then. As you can see, the color palette of this is very different from the other two. Mostly cool and relaxed colors, which is one of the main reasons why I chose this, because I also wanted to make a cooler and calmer collected character, where she's not just like, oh my god, look at me, yeah, I'm Candy. Instead, she's just like, oh yes, I am York Peppermint Patty. Okay, I kind of just died inside. Please forgive me if that was cringy. She's definitely a more quiet and serious type character. She's not particularly outgoing or carefree. She's just very straightforward and blunt, and maybe a little bit less considerate of other people's feelings. Now, even though the mint leaf on the packaging isn't really in the actual candy, I still really wanted to add it, so I basically just made it her hair. It's very similar to an undercut hairstyle and it sways to the side. I really love her short hair. I think it looks super cool. She's wearing a short blue dress, and then on the bottom you can see these cut out circle shapes, and it's supposed to look like York Peppermint Patties. And then over her arms, as you can see, she's wearing this long type shawl, which is supposed to represent the wrapper of the candy. Towards the end, I tried to put the texture that kind of looks like tin foil, but I'm not sure how well it turned out, but I tried. She's wearing blue heels to match her dress, and then over her chest area, she has this vine of peppermint leaves. Her earrings are also peppermint leaves, and she is also holding one in her hand. And I made her doing this really cool looking elegant pose like she's walking down the runway. I also gave her vitiligo on her skin, which is a really pretty skin condition that some people are born with. I think it also goes very well with the color palette. And then yeah, her facial expression pretty much just says everything. She is an absolute girl boss, and she will take crap from no one, and she knows that she is fabulous. So yeah, she's finished. I love her, and please name her in the comments. Alright broskies, so that was me drawing Candies as cute girls. I love doing this video. All these drawings were so much fun to make. I love all the character designs I did. Please let me know your favorite in the comments. Mine is definitely the gummy bear girl, and also let me know your favorite candy in the comments. Please like and sub if you enjoyed this video, and okay, bye!